to Wipeout Australia,
where making you laugh at the misfortune of others is our specialty.
The sweeper lived up to its name and swept away the dead wood, leaving our final 6 souls brave and true.
They are Loudmouth Leighton Mills,
Dark Horse Kobe Mulligan,
Demolition Dave Marshall, Circus Wannabe Lisa Taliana, Ed Strategy Man Mulvey, and Jane Rubber Woman Oswago.
And of those 6, just 4 move into the Wipeout Zone and get a shot at the 20k. There's just one thing standing in their way, and it's called the Dizzy Dummy. Contestants are strapped to the Dizzy Dummy and they're spun around until dizzy. First across the tippy table course goes through, the 5 losers strapped in again and spun around until they do the greasy donut run. There are 4 heats, with each winner moving onto the Wipeout Zone.
You won't have seen this much spinning around since Kylie Minogue donned those hot pants.
Let's take a trip down Dizzy Lane. Crank that spinner, it's time to find a winner. We're off!
Remember, the first person to get across that obstacle course after each round goes through to the Wipeout Zone.
This is fun!
Loudmouth Leighton playing mind games.
In the bag!
But no one cares.
We go.
And there's the Dark Horse.
But I have to ask, James, why the long face?
Oh, are you really going with that?
Nay.
There's the hooter and the race is on.
Hey, James, did you know that the sensation of dizziness occurs because the water in your brain sloshes around, causing you to lose...
Thank Professor Lawson. Talking of brains, Strategy Man's up first. But quickly, Dash.
Those tippy tables certainly are tippy, James. And strangely table-like.
Well, there goes the Dark Horse. The Dark Horse makes an impressive run for the line, but falls at the final hurdle.
Oh, what a mess this is, James. They all seem to be equally matched at the moment. Equally bad, that is. And it's the tippy table tandem.
Now, here comes Demolition Dave, carrying the hopes of his children, demolition workers, and 40-something bearded men the world over on his muscular shoulders. Leighton dismantles the course.
We'll bill him for that later. Oh, go, you good thing!
And he's home! The first man through to the Wipeout Zone is Demolition Dave.
He must be wrapped.
I'm wrapped. Really wrapped.
See? I told you.
So it's back to the spinner for round 2. 3 spots remain in the final round, and this time contestants face the donut run.
Oh yeah, spin them right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
Every time they get spun, the contestants become more and more disorientated.
I don't even know where I am, man.
Would you like to borrow my GPS?
This time, Rubber Woman is first out of the blocks.
Strategy Man and the Dark Horse acting like they're members of the Wiggles.
Rubber Woman bounces into action. Remember, those donuts are coated in thick grease.
And a hint of cinnamon.
Leighton and Strategy Man in hot pursuit. A desperate dive from Rubber Woman and she's off. Strategy Man finds his opening.
But he can't hang on.
Look at the course, it's wide open. They're falling all over the place.
It's like Surfer's Paradise during school this week.
Who will be the second contestant to win their way through to the Wipeout Zone?
Leighton has a crack, but he's off again.
Strategy Man wipes his brow and ponders his next move. And there's no clowning around from Circus Girl as she springs into action.
Representing Australia in the synchronised donut run, it's Circus Wannabe and Strategy Man.
This Strategy Man is a cool customer.
That's right, James. His emotions are always in check.
You know it! You know it! Yeah!
Well, almost always.
Strategy Man wins the heat and is through to the Wipeout Zone.
Harder than it looks, but you know what? If anyone can do it, is me.
2 down and 2 to go as the last remaining male, Leighton, is the thorn among the roses.
Yeah, boy.
Roll up as our Circus Wannabe becomes the first ever human to give birth on an obstacle course. There's the labour, the delivery, and the aftermath.
Here we go again. Or should I say, here we don't go.
Now, we call it the Dizzy Dummy because with each new spin, the contestants get dizzier and dumber.
Rubber Woman gives it a nudge, but he's quickly in the sludge.
Come on!
Leighton and his mouth quickly head south.
Yeah, boy.
And our new mum is having no fun.
This looks a bit more promising.
The dark horse picks up the bridle and lengthens down the straight. And with one majestic leap is through to the Wipeout Zone.
What a fine filly. Far Lap and Seabiscuit will be looking down from horsey heaven, and we'll get to cheer her on in the next round.
Strap them in and spin them round. Here we go again.
3 contenders and only 1 slot in the final makes this the world's most brutal game of musical chairs.
Well, the good news for these 3 is that it is definitely their final spin. Who do you fancy, Josh?
Well, it has to be Leighton, JB, despite the fact he's up against 2 very strong women. As you can see, he is clearly in perfect physical shape.
Look at his face.
They're off for the final time, and Rubber Woman places her 11-foot frame in pole position.
Leighton, always the gentleman, barges past Rubber Woman.
Yeah, boy.
Leighton in the lead and gives it one last push for glory.
Oh no, but he chokes at the last minute.
Come on.
2 contestants in the water. Only Rubber Woman on the donut. This is her big chance.
Steady. Steady.
One last giant leap, and the final contestant through to the Wipeout Zone is Rubber Woman.
And with a celebratory funky chicken dance, she leaves egg on the face of a certain contestant.
A deflated Leighton can only look on and wonder what could have been.
Leighton, so sorry to see you go. You've been such a gracious and humble competitor.
Kelly, that was the plan, really. Come in, take the $1,000 for the sweeper, and then leave. Let the other guys go for it, you know?
Any final words?
I'll be back.
Wow, a real-life Schwarzenegger.
Well, no Leighton, but Demolition Dave Marshall, Strategy Man Ed Mulvey, the Dark Horse Kobe Mulligan, and Rubber Woman Jane Alschwager will battle it out for 20 grand.
And won't the winner earn their loot? Waiting for the final 4 is the ultimate obstacle course. Who can scale the Wipeout Zone?
Welcome back to Wipeout Australia. Playtime is over. Now our final 4 contestants get down to business.
And it's a business that pays $20,000 a night. All you have to do is be the fastest through the Wipeout Zone.
And that is no walk in the park. First you crash down Killer Surf,
Then hurdle up the barrel run,
and try and slide past the water wall.
and that's when you meet the spinner.
Skip across the rolling log.
And bounce across the launch pads to the finish.
You make it sound so easy, Josh. Let's hope our first challenger agrees. Kelly Landry is down with Rubber Woman Jane Alschwager.
Okay, thanks, guys. Jane, this is what it all boils down to. $20,000 on the line, and the only thing that stands between you and it is this Wipeout Zone behind us. How's that make you feel?
It's pretty bloody scary, actually. Yeah, pretty nervous.
Rubber Woman's been bringing up the rear all day. She grabbed 12th spot on the qualifier, tripped up at number 6 on the sweeper, and was last to crack the final 4 on the dizzy dump. Now it's a clean slate. She has a shot at the 20 grand.
And she's off. Notice this time on Killer Surf they're sliding bareback.
It's nice to see them getting back to basics. You know, I'm sure this is how the first settlers did the Wipeout Zone back in the 1800s, JB.
Heading up the barrels. She should have a massive advantage with her height.
Yeah, and don't forget those latex legs.
She has limbs longer than anyone I've ever seen.
Oh, she's stepping over the barrels with ease.
I wonder if Rubber Man and Rubber Boy are watching from their superhero hideaway with great pride.
Time for a quick shower on the water wall.
That water just bouncing off her like, well, rubber.
She's safely across, but the spinner has a way of cutting everyone down to size.
A jump. Oh, and a thump. Not sure what got hurt worse, Jane's knees or the deck of the spinner.
Well, she's up and all ready for the platform.
Oh, no! Roll that back, James. Oh, wow. It's like breakdancing, and the break being around her collarbone, I think.
Rubber Woman really does know how to bounce back. Another big jump, and have a look at that leg lock. Here comes the platform. She nails it.